Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching The Sandman, Season 1, Episode 2.
Imperfect hosts.
Don't get him.
We're going to talk about Gregory?
This is a spoiler show. So from here on out, we're going to have spoilers. We had and lost and regained kind of a real one in Gregory the Gargoyle.
He was like a little dragon-y thing. So cute.
It didn't. I got out in front of it. The second I saw him in the commercial, I was like, nope. It was.
No way.
It gave me such major Neverending Story vibes just in the trailer.
At least nobody was riding him.
I was like, nope. So I did see it coming, and it did feel. Neil Gaiman, I think, him and Mike Flanagan have a way of being able to kill animals and have it feel warranted.
It works.
Have it feel justified, and it was very good. And I think it was extremely important that Gregory understood and willingly went.
Yeah, well, because so basically the keepers of Gregory are Cain and Abel from the Bible.
I was curious.
Yeah. He basically
so what's going on is Morpheus. He has three names. Yeah. Morpheus, Dream, and the Sandman. Yeah.
The Sandman feels more like a title.
His kingdom is in shambles. And the library
shreds.
And the library is missing what's her name? Lucian. She held on as long as she could, and it just disappeared one day, and she can't re-find it. And everybody else cut and ran, but she didn't, because she's also a real one, she knew he would come back. And so he needs to rebuild his kingdom. In order to do that, he needs to get his pouch and his helm and his ruby back.
Yeah.
And so in order to do that, he's going to ask the Fates, which is tricky because they're demanding and they're tempestuous, I guess.
Capricious, yeah. They're tricksy.
They speak in riddles and rhymes.
As most trios of witches do.
And it's Maiden Mother Crone.
Yeah.
They were fun. I liked them. I prefer. I'm sorry. There's going to be comparisons to American Gods for me because it was so
formative,
mind altering for me. I liked the Morning Sister, the Evening Sister, and the Midnight Sister a little bit better. But also, I think that they can both exist.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, that concept is in many cultures, and they did actually say Hecate in this, and they did also, for a flash, depict them with the three heads.
Yeah, it was also cool how they swapped. It was like a 3-card Monty. It was very cool.
So in order to go see them, he needs currency. He needs
offerings.
A gift for them. So he goes to visit Cain and Abel, who so far Cain and Abel and then Lucian have ears. Do we think that there's any explanation for that, or is it just a flourish?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe just a flourish. I don't know.
Because I'm curious if this is the Cain and Abel, as in the second two people alive from the Garden of Eden. Did these two characters originate from the Garden of Eden and then wind up here in the Land of Dreams? Or I'm not banking on getting an answer. It's just one of the places I know the devil is in this, and anytime you introduce the devil or demons, the first place my mind goes is, so where is God?
Well, Lucifer is in this.
They're the same. We've been through this.
Not always.
I mean, religiously, it's the same entity.
But the devil is whatever. I hate it. The devil is like a boogeyman. Lucifer in my mind, is a different thing. Lucifer is not a boogeyman. Lucifer is a fallen angel.
Lucifer, Satan, the devil. It's a simplified version, but it's all the same figure. And so anytime that playing card is on the table, I think, okay, so where's God? Actually, angels have to exist because there was an angel feather in the first episode.
Lucifer has wings. His wings exist in the show Lucifer. So
and Lucifer in this, I've seen it's bat wings.
Yeah.
But also the TV show Constantine, which was, though not great, better than it should have been.
It had potential.
And deserved more than it got.
Yeah.
And there was this really great episode with a Fallen Angel, played by Megan West.
Oh my God,
and
that's right.
Imogen, maybe. She was gorgeous, and she was missing a feather, and it had her trapped on Earth because of that. And they gave her feather back, and she went all, and then she went, but that's a spoiler, and that's different. So.
And then she was on 911.
She was on 911. She was banging Buck for a while. I didn't mean to quit that show. I just fell off.
We just did fall off pretty hard.
The damn pandemic. But so anyways, yeah, I'm curious if they're going to go deeper into that. Oh my God, that would be amazing if we saw the Garden of Eden in this.
Yeah. I have no idea.
I love Christian like mythology and stuff.
There also are like 14 books of the Sandman, and the last I saw, I think this covers only the first 2. Season 1 covers only the first 2 books.
So this could continue?
It could continue, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Cain and Abel. So Morpheus goes to them because he I guess created Gregory.
And Gregory is the last thing standing that's complete
like magic that
he created.
And so Lucifer needs to take him back, and
Morpheus needs to take him back. We haven't even met Lucifer yet.
I get tongue-tied. Gregory was characterized like a giant dog dinosaur.
He had human eyes.
It was very egregious.
And then he also was like, because Cain was like, absolutely, you can't have Gregory. You can't do it. And he was like, ooh, I'm not asking for your permission. I'm asking for Gregory's permission. And Gregory basically was like, yeah, bro, do it.
Well, it was a little more.
Okay. If you must. And so, yeah. And then he got Thanos snapped.
Yeah, he disintegrated him.
Yeah. And then there was a little field of poppies. It was cute.
It was
super cute.
But he didn't even I thought he was going to give Gregory to the Fates.
No, he needed the power.
He needed Gregory in order to go into 3 people's dreams and take symbolic gestures like and offerings. Or totems. Yeah. So he took a crossroads from a Cambodian farmer, and literally.
Because you have to call the Fates at a crossroads.
And I am alone at a crossroads. And then he took a noose from a Japanese girl who liked British horror films.
Yeah.
I didn't fully understand that. And then he took a snake from the first Fantastic Beasts movie. That's what it gave me.
That was not a snake. That was an Akami, but fine.
And it was guarding the egg. And he also took the egg, which is... Irving. Goldie / Irving / Gerving.
Dude, Cain has a bad temper. He's just constantly murdering Abel.
And Abel's just like, well, I'm more than willing to die if that's what makes him happy.
Like a battered wife Abel over here.
Yeah.
Also, he seemingly has to dig a new grave every time. Because there's just graves with wooden crosses littered across the land.
Which that brings up more questions. Because the cross...
Yeah, what the hell?
Didn't factor in.
They predate the cross,
for several thousand years. Eons, one might even say. So we're not going to pull at the string. It was wonderful. I loved every second of it. You were loving Irving / Gerving / Goldie. I was finding it a little bit much.
Like too cute?
No. Definitely not a problem I was having was that it was too cute.
His head was so humongous.
And his eyes are like downy. I don't know. It was...
I think he's going to grow into it.
One would hope.
He's so cute.
So yeah, the Fates were very clear as to how many questions he was able to ask. He did not understand.
Every single time it was like, okay, thank you for the gifts. I'm going to wholesale swallow this snake. Very good. You can ask us 3 questions. We will each answer 1. That is it. That's the limit. And instead of saying, where are my things as the first question, he asks each fucking one, Where is one of my things?
Or no, it was ambiguous. What happened to this thing?
Yeah.
So as long as they gave you one clue,
Yeah.
it was good to go. And he was like, could you specify? And they're like,
You stupid bitch.
I was waiting for them to get angry.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, dude, maybe I understand how you're getting trapped in glass orbs for 100 years.
Because it kind of was like, he was like, what happened to my pouch of sand? Who has
Where
my
is it?
mask?
Yeah.
And then, and it's just like, and then it was, who has my ruby? And it was like, the ruby was passed from mother to son. It's like, who though? And if you had just started off with, where are my things? You could have like used the other. Have you never played 20 Questions, Morpheus? What are we doing?
It was sort of giving me, if we pick the right, like if you ask the right question, there would be 3 Infinity Stones in New York in this 1 year.
Sure.
So I was sort of like, be more strategic with what you're asking. Also, he has siblings. I'm assuming death.
It's dream, death, desire, despair, and then I think destiny.
Hey. Start a band.
I don't think we're going to meet Destiny, but I know we meet the rest of them.
Well, he's very adamant that they don't care about him.
Yeah.
So, and frankly, the jury's out.
Yeah. Should we?
I mean, we were on his side, but I'm starting to, we'll see. We'll see where this goes.
I'm still on his side, but he is doing very sad boy emo shit right now.
Sad boy deluxe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he gave the Irving, blah, blah, blah. And, he has to find Constantine.
Oh, boy.
We hate that. We'll see if it sticks for us or if we just go back to Constantine. It's Joanna.
Yeah.
And he worked with her ancestor a couple 100 years ago. And she has something. Oh, also, well, Ethel, although she's not going by Ethel now, what is she going by? Jolie Richardson. She looks gorgeous.
She looks incredible.
And they did acknowledge, because again, I was like, if it's been 106 years, so it's
the ruby.
The ruby was helping her stay younger.
You from aging, yeah.
Okay. She procures art by unsavory or
potentially,
yeah, places and
just
sells
fucking
it.
Caravaggio.
And Corinthian is looking for her because he's trying to stay out. He's trying to stay out and about.
Yeah.
And Morpheus will put him back in the nightmare world.
So he basically is trying to find Morpheus's tools to like
and he
keep
thinks
them.
She has them.
Yeah.
So he was trying to work with her.
She's the one who had them last.
He sold the ruby for a protection thing.
Yeah, which fucks him right up.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Ark of the Covenant style. Yeah. And it sent him.
He does look like a fucking Nazi from an Indiana Jones movie too. It's hilarious.
And well, because it sent him back to the dreaming.
Yeah.
And when he was like reconstituting, I hated the fact that his eye mouths had mouth anatomy.
Oh, like bones,
jaws
like...
and gums. And I was like, I don't like that. And so then he had a conversation with Lucienne.
Yeah.
I didn't quite absorb what they were talking about.
They basically, she
He's
said
like, I'm going back. And she was like, she
said the same thing that Dream did, where she basically was like, your dreams and nightmares are not supposed to walk among like the waking world. And he just was like,
don't believe me, just watch.
Watch me walk away.
So I think that was it. He's going down a watery staircase to find Constantine.
He's going back to London to find Joanna. Just call her Joanna. Joanna. And then Ethel went to go see her son, who has been like committed. It's Remus Lupin.
David Lewis.
Yeah. And he's been somehow committed somehow, and I think she's just like checking.
They seem to have like a contentious.
Yeah.
So.
Well, in the like coming this season on the Sandman, he was like those tools or your kingdom or something are my birthright. So I think she like kind of raised him with them, and then was like, just kidding, because she also told the Corinthian, I had the ruby and then I gave him the ruby, or he took the ruby and then the ruby took him. So I think it made him kind of crazy. The like, maybe the immortality of it. We'll see.
These magical totems that have no business in human hands.
You know?
So, all right. Still loving it.
Yep.
So we're going to watch episode 3 and then we'll be back to talk about that.
Bye.